All right. We are live.
We're live, and we didn't make that face like we normally make.
Right. Yeah, like we totally didn't
We
look
weren't shocked
confused.
about being live.
Yeah, because we're totally, I'm going to take pictures. Live this time, which is, now everybody sees what dumb shit we do before.
Listen, I'm so glad that I'm here because I have a double chin and my lighting is horrible. You look all sun-kissed, and I look like I'm ready to be in a really bad death metal video.
That's cool, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's how people like it.
So, yeah, like, what's going on?
Well, I mean, what's going on? I wasn't going to talk about it, but I guess I'm going to talk about it. I'm trying to quit smoking. So I'm not a really nice person right now. Like, even remotely, even a little bit, like, I can't even pretend to anybody that I'm a nice person. I'm smoking a pen that makes me cough a lot. I don't cough when I smoke my cancer sticks, but I'm smoking as I'm, this thing, and I'm coughing. Yeah. As I'm trying to quit smoking, my lungs are like, F you.
Right. They're like, hi, this is what we want. We want the pure smoke, bitch.
Yeah, I'm a little cantankerous, to be honest with you.
I love that word.
Yeah, I do too. It's a good word. I like to insert it anywhere I can.
For sure.
So yeah, I'm a little cranky, but I'm okay. I also want to say I did wash my hair today, and I put a little too much oil in it.
Nice.
And now I just look like a grease ball. I was like, I'm going to do my hair because the last couple of weeks we've gone live. Yeah. I look like a fucking white trash crazy person.
I mean, I don't agree, but I mean, I know how it is when you feel that way. You're just like, I got something in my eye. Of course, I just, you know what? Today, I'm over it.
I'm over the last couple weeks. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had a meltdown last week. I definitely I texted you and I said, I don't think I can do this. And yeah. I took off to my friend's house for the weekend because I needed to just disconnect from everything in my life. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry about that. Like, I know we're supposed to work through this. That's our goal, is we're supposed to be like the pillars of work through it. I couldn't fucking work through it. I had a moment. Yeah. I had a moment. It was not a proud moment, but I just needed to escape and I needed to go to a happy place. And I did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's good that you have that. You know what I mean? I feel like the recognition that, that you had to do that and that you were able to find a place to do that. I mean, you got it. That's what this is all about. Right now, we all have to be taking care of ourselves because shit's fucking crazy. And to be honest, when you texted me, I was like, that's fine because I'm just going to be a raving lunatic also.
Because, I know. So we're in the same place.
It's all good.
This does not bring comfort. I just want to say, so I was talking to my friend Tara last night, who might be watching now. I don't know. But I haven't talked to her for in a week and a half, and I talk to her all the time. But I've been such a raving lunatic that I don't want to put my fucking toxicity on anybody else. You know what I mean? I'm trying not to project my bullshit to anybody else. And so I said to her, she's going through some stuff too. And I said to her, I'm sorry. I want to tell you, it's not just us. And she said, that doesn't make me feel better. And I said, well, no, it shouldn't make you feel better. I want all of my friends to be in this happy place. I want all of us to be in this loving, happy place. It doesn't make me feel better either, but here is where we all are. And it's unfortunate. And I don't want to project that. And I don't want to project that on here, especially. You know what I'm saying? It's what I'm going through.
The thing about it, though, is that's the real stuff. And I mean, again, if we're not capable of doing it, which is fine, you know what I mean? We don't need to push ourselves to do it, but it doesn't mean that we, the ability to talk about it right now is good because it lets people know that are going through that they're not the only ones. Like you said, it's not about oh, now you feel better. Now you can be happy because you're not the only person. It's just not feeling alone, feeling normal because we're all a little crazy right
now. We're not normal right now, and that's okay. Like, it's okay to not be normal. It's okay to not be normal. This is like, I think this is the new normal, is us adjusting to how to get normal. And I'm waiting to find when I'm going to be there. Like, I feel moments of normalcy. I try to find my peace. So I feel like I'm moving in the right direction. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if that makes sense. Are you drinking Bud Light right now?
Oh, fuck no.
Oh, Angry Orchard.
I probably shouldn't be drinking at all, but I just can't. I just need it. I haven't drank in days because I was taking this medication, and I'm just like, I'll have a couple ciders and whatever.
I just smoked my pen backwards. You can just shoot me right now. Nicole's laughing at me for the bathroom.
Oh boy.
This is my life right now. I can't. Yeah.
I'm just so fed up. I'm fed up with everything right now. I'm fed up with men, which you know, we've known this for years that I've been fed up with men. I've been fed up with men since I was like 23. But
we've always been fed up with men. We just keep on repeating the same mistakes over and over again. You know what's funny?
Trying to see if they've gotten any better, and they have not.
No, I've not. I do have hope. I do feel like, don't roll your eyes at me. I do have hope.
It's not at you. I'm rolling my eyes at men in general. I do not have hope.
I think that there's hope. I don't know if there's hope for me. Like, I feel like I'm going to poison the fucking well no matter what. If I dip my feet in a little bit, it'll turn into a disaster. And like, I'm bi, so like, why haven't I dipped my feet in the fucking women pool? Because I feel like I'm going to poison them too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a fucking train wreck. There's what's Nicole just walking through?
Sorry.
She's one of my favorite humans right now.
I'm glad you have her, honestly.
Like, listen, I have no hope in men after her last situation. Not to call you out.
My whole life I've had men's situations.
Because men are a situation. That's the situation is men are a problem. That's the situation.
Yeah. Facts. Like, I don't even know like how to discredit that. I do think there are good men. I do think there are good men. Like, I've encountered some recently.
And you don't even like them because they're too nice.
No, that's not true. I like him.
Okay.
You know I like him. That's not true. Oh God. Yeah, he's probably watching. I don't like you.
The second time I did that last night too.
I don't like you. Oh, for crying out loud!
You know what?
All my street cred. You know what?
Start over.
Can we start over? No, we can't.
Jury disregard.
Sure you want to
disregard that last statement. Nicole is blowing up my spot. This is supposed to be one of my best friends, and she's blowing up my spot right now.
Hey, no, you know what? No, you blew it up because all she said was you don't like them. It was nobody in particular. You said yes, I do.
I don't want to say that. That's not a fair assessment. He's so nice, and I do like him. So that's, oh my God.
Shut her mic off.
She said, "Shut my mic." All right, we've got shots here. I'm gonna do the shot.
So
I just don't have a lot of faith because, you know, obviously what I do for a living makes a big difference. You know, and I've said it more than once that early in being a therapist, I was sat down by my supervisor, who was my favorite supervisor until now. And she asked me, she said, "Are you married?" And I was like, I was, and I'm not anymore. And she was like, "Well, I just want to let you know it's going to be really hard for you to decide to do that again." You know, she's like, "I'm being honest with you, like, as you know, just keep a watch out for that, because you're going to hear the worst of everything. You're going to see the worst of everything, and you'll start to recognize it out in the world. It won't just be in your office." And she was right. Because you know what? Even guys that I love, that I think, you know, like I just love them as friends, do dirtbag shit. And so it's like, I don't trust you either, bro. Like, so if I like you and you're my friend and I don't trust you, I'm having a hard time believing that I'm going to find somebody that I can trust, because they're just going to do shit behind my back. The same way
listen, Oh, listen, you went and got degrees to have people tell you all of their problems. I just went behind a bar and people get drunk and they do the damnedest things. It's
Be
really
grateful you don't have all the student debt that I have that I'm not going to use because.
Yeah, well, no, you're using it now. Stop. You're using it now. I can't use my degree, like the degree I don't have in life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a degree. I just saw the worst side of men that you could possibly see.
That's true.
The worst side of men that you could possibly see.
You didn't just hear about it, you saw it.
I saw it. I saw it. And I was just like, you are all fucking scumbags. Like, you really can't keep your dick in your pants for 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have,
even your hypothetical, because they can't even just keep their mind on one thing. It's like, I have to be looking at something else. Like, what is your problem, dude? Because you know what? Like, I don't have a problem. Honestly, and it's not like I'm holier than thou, but I feel like it's not just me. When I'm in a relationship, I don't get into a relationship if I want to look at other shit. If I want to look at other shit, I don't get in a relationship. Here's the whole thing.
Like, I feel like here's my whole thing. This is my whole thing. Like, so if you commit to something, if you make the actual thing to commit to somebody, what the fuck is so hard about breaking up with the person before you act like a piece of shit?
Right.
Like, how about this? Be honest with the person and say, I feel like this might be over. So, because I want to be with other people.
Yeah.
Or even don't say that. I just feel like this might be over. And then break up and move on. But no, men have this thing where they have to string along a bunch of people to make themselves feel better. And I'm not man-hating right now. I would like to, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to tell you what I know from experience and what I've seen. Like, just break up with the fucking person. If you're not happy, just fucking leave. Like, I don't get what is so fucking difficult about just fucking leave. Don't be a cheating bastard. Don't be that stereotype. Like, you're a stereotype now. What the fuck?
And don't lie and say, like, give excuses for why it's okay, because it's really not okay. It really isn't.
No, it's not okay. I'm like over it. I'm over that, like, oh, well, this person does this, so I did this. No. You did this because you don't want to be with that person anymore. So instead of admitting that, you went behind their back and fucking cheated on them. Right. Don't do that. How about don't do that? Right. Or say, like, I'm not apt to commit to a person.
Right.
Like, admit that you're not a one woman kind of guy.
Right. Or even when I've had couples in therapy with me, it's like, the guy will say something like, oh, well, it feels dirty to do that with her because she's the mother of my kids. I'm like, she fucking loves you. Ask her to put on the outfit. She's going to fucking do it. Don't go fuck somebody else because they're going to put on an outfit.
Or if she's not into it, say to yourself, well, I want this to happen, so I'm going to leave this situation. Do not make that person the enemy. She's not the enemy because she doesn't want to do that either.
Exactly.
Like, give her the option.
Like, you gotta ask. More times than not, they're gonna at least freaking try.
Right, and we're dirty. Like, women are dirty. We'll do it if it means keeping your man, and like, we'll do it.
And it might be fun.
Some of them might not, but if they don't, give them the fucking option. Don't be a fucking dirty scumbag. Yeah.
Lesson for men watching: don't be a dirty scumbag.
Don't be a dirty scumbag.
Or a lying scumbag, or a deceptive, shady.
Right. Like, don't be a shady fuck. Like, I just feel like that's like I think that the problem of all relationships is lying about who you are.
Yeah. Don't
lie about who you are. Be honest with the person.
Because we're supposed to change. Talk about who you are now. Like, here's what I'm into now. I don't know what happened. This is what I'm talking about, or whatever.
Well, that's gonna happen.
Here's the whole thing. I think that you don't change, you evolve. You evolve. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't change, you evolve.
It depends. If you're a healthy person
into somebody that you want your partner to evolve into with you, talk to them about it. Don't fucking you know, Nicole's having a hard time pouring shots.
I'm not here, you stew not.
She said, I can't.
Hey, we're in Jersey. I don't hear that word down here at all.
So listen, I saw this thing on an admittedly bad follow that I have. I have some good follows that have like, you know, like they have their people that like their content. I'm not going to even mention it because it's a bad follow. But it was a map of fast food in this country. So they put 80% of it as Chick-fil-A being the dominant. Now, they put Jersey as a Chick-fil-A dominated state. And I said, whoa, stop right here. We don't want your hate-filled chicken sandwich here so badly that you have to go to Central Jersey.
Which doesn't exist, by the way.
It does not exist. The limit does not exist, okay? The limit does not exist. There is no Central Jersey, but you have to go to Central Jersey to get your hate-filled chicken sandwich, which sucks, by the way. It's not even good. It's not even good. Popeyes has the best chicken sandwich. It's got pickles on it, bro.
Honestly, the best chicken
only
sandwich.
got pickles and a little bit of mayonnaise.
Honestly.
Wait, what?
The best chicken sandwich is a chicken sandwich made at home, I think.
Agreed. That's
yeah.
Completely, of course. But we don't want your hate-filled chicken sandwich here in New Jersey, so much so that we had to put you in a part of Jersey that the rest of Jersey does not acknowledge that you fucking exist. And somebody put that on the map, and I commented on it. They were so pissed off that something about Texas, they put In-N-Out Burger, but California, they put another thing. So there were like 1,000 comments about Texas.
Of course.
And they were like, that's not the burger.
Well, so goes the internet. Somebody just made a map, put some shit on it, and put it out as fact.
Listen, I can't even tell you like what the best burger is here. It's not that. I can promise you that it's not fucking that.
Well,
I was just gonna say Checkers. Hold on. It's the ghetto burger. It's the ghetto burger. What? It's a ghetto burger. It's Checkers, and there's very few left. There's very few.
The one in Passaic that was by my house in Rutherford, gone.
It's McDonald's now. Wait, hold on. Let's stop. I'm going to stop you right there. So there's one in Patterson when you go over Route 4.
That's where I used to live. I used to live down the road from that one in Patterson.
There's one off of Squirrelwood Road.
In Clifton.
No,
in West Patterson. It's West Patterson.
Woodland Park.
That's Woodland Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
But,
yes. Let's not forget.
So, but hold on. Never forget.
Never forget. Woodland Park.
But so the one in Passaic where I live, there's 2 McDonald's within a block of each other. There's also 2 Dunkin' Donuts within a block of each other. The Checkers that was a Checkers is now a McDonald's within 2 blocks of the other. Yes, I swear on my life. There's 2 McDonald's. One is 24 hours, one is not. Same thing with a Dunkin'. There's one within 2 blocks of each other. One is 24 hours. So the employees have to risk their life to stay open.
Right.
There's bulletproof glass when you pull up, and the others are not. So yeah,
I cannot believe they replaced Checkers with another effing McDonald's. I used to go to that Checkers after hockey because I would come back from Clifton, hit the Checkers, go back around the loop, go to Rutherford.
Not anymore, baby girl. Not anymore. And last time you were here, it was that there were 2 McDonald's and 2 Dunkin' Donuts within the same spot. It is Checkers. That's the best burger. That is the best burger.
Hands down, best fries ever. Checkers. Because they're spicy.
Best chicken nuggets too. Their chicken nuggets are crispy and delicious.
And those loaded fries.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, I know. Stop. We're getting hungry. Stop.
I know, if I ate them right now, I'd probably throw up. But I mean, I'm nostalgic.
So can we discuss? I fucking puked my brains out yesterday for a solid 8 hours.
What?
Yeah. Like
What
for
happened?
no reason. So this is my crazy. So it was definitely for my allergies. So I have like this perpetual sneezing thing that's going on. I go outside, I sneeze 25 times, and this stuff starts to go down my throat.
She said awesome.
It's really quite lovely. Because I live in an area that doesn't have much trees, by the way.
There is trees, but not those.
They're in concrete. They're
like not like the kind that develop pollen that I feel like should ignite this situation. But I've been
allergic to the hood, probably.
I'm allergic to life. I feel like I'm allergic to life. So I didn't even realize it. So Xander, I'm puking my fucking brains out, and Xander says to me, "Are you dying? Should I call my dad?"
That kid, dude.
He's so cute. Are you dying? Should I call my dad? I said, don't call your dad. Everything's going to be fine. Because I literally sounded like I was dying. And now my neck is hurting. Everything is a situation. So Xander's dad gets here today. And I told him, I said, your son was super freaked out. I started puking for no reason. Now I'm finding reasons that I was puking. There's no reason. We all ate the same things. Like, there's no reason. So Jim said, like, do you think that it could be your allergies? And I was like, ding, ding, ding. Everything dripping into the back of my throat, the whole, oh God, I'm spinning. This is not good. And then just started this projectile vomiting situation. And I'm allergic. I think you're right. I'm allergic to the hood. I'm allergic to my apartment. I'm allergic to the hood. I don't know what the fuck happened. I was so sick. I had this horrible metallic taste in my mouth. Then I'm like, is it strep?
I have some weird strain of the Rona.
That means something when you taste metal in your mouth. I would have to Google it.
I'm iron deficient, so it does make sense that I tasted metal after throwing up for several fucking hours. But like, I mean,
it was just the edition of making such happen.
Should I call my dad or are you dying? And I was just like, I'm fine.
I love that kid.
He's so cute. He was so cute. So I want to know like where he inherited the crossing of the legs. He crosses his legs like Tony Noodles.
Well, there you go. I mean, you just answered your own question.
But he hasn't been around him in so long that, like, so he was like setting up.
He was a kid when he would have picked up those habits.
Yeah, he totally last night was soaking wet hair, getting all of my pillows wet, crossed his legs, eating chips in my bed, and I'm like,
oh fucks.
He had no fucks left to give, and I was just like, so my kid right now, like so my kid.
I can do exactly the same thing.
I gave birth to a tiny little tyrant that sits in my bed, crossing his legs, eating chips with wet hair on my pillows.
It was obvious since, not long after his birth that was the destiny.
It's true. All right, so can we talk about important things right now, like how Kamala is going to be our new VP?
That ignited such a shitstorm in my Facebook life that I had to
she's an angry black woman
because I was pissed about all the idiots that I remain friends with on Facebook saying the dumbest shit ever. Yeah, just all the woman bashing shit, all of the people who want to talk about feminism doesn't happen, talking shit about how she fucked her way to the top or whatever, and I'm just like, y'all are the problem.
Anything. She was an amazing prosecutor. She was a mayor, and then listen, she climbed up the ranks and earned every position that she's ever got. And you're just mad because she's a strong woman. It's not even that she's a strong black woman.
Exactly.
She's a strong woman.
Exactly.
This is
the problem. I'm telling these men, you guys are the problem. You are the reason why we fight. Yeah. Because you can't accept that we could have merit based on something besides our vagina. And also, and I put up this nasty post. I was like, listen, if I can control you with my vagina, it means that you're weak.
Right. Hello.
That's all I have to say.
Listen. She earned her way to where she is. She's fucking amazing. I'm so super stoked. I know that I've said this before on the show. I either wanted it to be Elizabeth Warren or Kamala Harris. I'm super fucking stoked. It's one of the two. I don't care which one. It's not a white-black thing. It's not a woman thing. It's a strong fucking candidate. She knows her shit. She's going to come in and she's going to do the job. And I think Trump is scared. And that's why there are mailboxes being taken away from all of the major cities.
I cannot believe this is our country, by the way.
So this is what's happening and this is what we're dealing with. And I'm not surprised. Are you surprised? Because I'm like not even remotely surprised.
You know what? I'm a little surprised at the lack of reaction. That people are just kind of like, well, this is normal. I'm like, never have you seen this.
It's not normal.
I have never seen, as a matter of fact, you walk by some of them where you're like, they should probably replace that because it's shit.
Oh my God. Listen, this is not like a Craig Kinnear situation like in like Little Miss Sunshine. Everybody pretends to be normal. No. Can we not pretend to be normal? This is not fucking normal. He assigned a new postmaster general, and now there are post office boxes disappearing. Like we need the little blue things. Like
you know what? I should go on a personal mission with my fucking minivan to just make up a campaign. I will pick up your shit and hand deliver it.
So the thing is, like, everybody needs to do this. And I think this is super important. I want everybody who is registered to vote to go and change their vote to, you're going to drop it off at your city, whatever in your, like, county. You're going to go drop it off to that person. And then you're going to trace it. You can trace it like an Amazon package. You can trace your vote. Everybody needs to go and do this, okay? Because they're trying to take away our rights, and this is really important. It's important for everybody. It's not just important for us Democrats. Like these. Listen, I'm not going to also put you in a. I know you don't like to be put in a pile, but like it's not just important for us. It's important for everybody that we're able to vote. I don't want to. I live in a major city that was ravaged by COVID. So they're only going to have one voting station in, I don't know, I think it's a 5 or 6 mile area that this city is, okay? I can't stand online with sick people, potentially sick people for that time period. So I want you to please go and do the right fucking thing. Just go and say, I might take my vote and I might bring it to my elected city official on that day. Mm-hmm. Just go do it. Go. If you don't do it, you can still go to the booth.
Right.
You just need to do it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and we have to, I feel like this ploy happening a couple months beforehand, so people don't know what to do, is strategic.
Of course, it's
but again, like I feel like it's like we have to come together, or else it's going to go exactly the way that
everybody thinks that it's going to. Listen, so it's an obvious strategic move. Mm-hmm. He was talking about how it was like, oh, this is like how the Democrats are going to win. No, with mail voting, there is a 0.09%, like, so it's less than a 1% of fraud happening. It's not going to happen. So he took that out of the equation by taking away the post office as our voting method. The way to keep the post office alive is to buy, I guess, as many stamps as you can if you can. But that's not really how to do it. Like, we need to just go beyond that and say, we're not going to fucking pray victim to your crap. We're going to go past that. We're going to go and we're going to bring it to an elected official, and they're going to send in our ballots for us. If you can't go vote, if you can go vote in person, do it.
Yeah.
I don't live in a city that I feel like I'm going to wait online for 15 hours like I'm going to buy a new Xbox. Like, I
Right.
feel like I'm going to get
you're
into
probably
the
right.
system.
You're probably right. That's the
Do
problem.
you remember when we waited online for Twilight?
Of course, I remember more than one
I feel
time.
like that it's gonna
More
be
than one time. We did
I
not
feel
do
like
that
it's
one time.
it was not one time. You're right. But it's gonna be
I
that.
don't care. It was fun. It was worth it.
Robert Pattinson is always fucking worth it.
Yep.
Nicole, can you get me a beer? Remember when I was behind the bar?
I don't know what the fuck.
I just pulled that.
Wow. I was just gonna say, was that a power move or what? Like,
No. That was like, remember when I got up and got you beers all the time?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to get up.
turn. Take
The
your turn.
Modelo, all the way in the back. All the way in the back.
You know why you hide it back there? Because it fucking sucks.
It's so good.
Hell no.
Oh my
It's
God.
Mexican beer. Look at this.
I love
What is it?
this stupid
Oh,
shit.
yeah. Paige and her Modelo.
Oh God.
Yep.
I love my. Oh,
That's
I
what,
keep it back there because
that's what happens when you move to the hood,
it
Vanessa.
freezes.
Yeah,
I
that's
drank
true.
this
Well, no,
before
you
I
were drinking
left
an
the
EP. Not that EP was,
Oh,
I love it here. There's a
what's
lot
going
of
on over here?
my beer is exploding
How?
because it froze. I kept it in the back because it's the coldest in the back. Good Lord. All right. Everything is a fail. See, today could go fuck itself.
I'm like so over it, dude. And I've been trying to like be,
You have to be
Neutral.
positive. I get it.
no, I've been trying to be neutral, not just positive, just neutral. Cause sometimes that's all that's accessible. Like, I don't like to be like, oh, I'm going to be positive
wanna
because
be
then it's going
fake.
to come out
Right.
fake. Exactly.
Right.
Like, I can be neutral. I can be a little like quiet. I can, just throw it into yeah. Just
Oh my God,
Right.
they're homosexuals.
Who are they?
They're guys from Supernatural.
They're gay.
They're not gay.
Yes, they are.
They're married. Oh my God.
They're
Hi,
married. See, I
Vinny.
told you because they're
I'm
gay.
so glad Vinny's here. Hey, Vinny.
Okay, wait.
Help us get on track because we're a hot mess today.
Yeah, I have beer all over
You're
me.
supposed to stick your
I need
finger
one of
in it.
yours.
Stick
It's
your finger in
frozen.
it.
It's frozen. I gotta get my own beer now.
No, I'll get it. I'll get it.
Oh my God, what is happening?
This is
My beer is frozen. It's literally frozen.
I mean, obviously, it was in the freezer, but
So here's the deal. No, it was not in the freezer. My top shelf of my my fridge is freezing because my freezer is so full that it's overcompensating and going to the next. Like I go food shopping for weeks at a time, so I don't have to subject myself to Walmart. I go
Right.
food shopping at Walmart.
You remember that day, Xavier?
I do too, but I do store pickup because
So Instacart, I have Chime. You have Chime too.
I do. You know what? I don't use Chime anymore.
So
But
I
I
have
use- I have
Chime. I
Instacart.
can't use Instacart because with Chime it says it's a prepaid card. It's like, no, it's not. It's really an online bank. Like
Yeah, it's an online bank.
it will not let me fucking pay for my shit and go pick it up. It's like, no, you have a prepaid card. I'm like, it's not like I'm using Green Dot. I don't understand. Like, this is an actual bank. I have a routing number. I have all, but so, yeah, so I have to go to Walmart. Nicole and I went to fucking Walmart so I can go food shopping.
It's
Feel all over you.
Oh,
It's
the
a
one-
boulevard all over again. It's so true. Every time I would run.
The line was through the clothes, remember?
Shut up, Vinny. Shut up. You shut up. You shut up. Yeah, because I would like roll the keg. You know, like
Yeah.
when the keg is like 4 times your body weight and you're rolling it and then have to pick it up and put it into the fridge and then you put it in and connect the line, it explodes all over the fucking place sometimes.
Super.
Yeah. Sometimes it's super fun times.
How do you know that Vinny's there?
Vinny just commented. That's how we know
okay.
he's there.
Got it.
Yeah.
Vinny's our hype man.
He's our wingman,
Yeah.
usually.
Gives us some comedic relief, kind of diffuses our bitchiness
Crazy
sometimes.
town. So we
Yeah.
had other things to talk about and I didn't write them down.
I don't even, I mean, it's been a couple weeks for me, dude. Like, I still don't even know if my car's going to blow up. I have no idea what's going on in my life.
We're still dealing with this?
We're still dealing with this. On Monday, I went to the shop and I was like, listen, guys, I know you didn't do this. Like, because literally, I mean, like, I know you didn't do this. Like, you guys fixed whatever. I saw it. I was under the car. I mean, I saw that.
And you're not a dumb girl. I just want to say, wait, hold on. Because other people don't know this. You're the daughter of a mechanic.
Exactly.
You're not a fucking idiot. Like, you can't pull one over on you without it being like, yo, dude, like, what are you trying to do right now?
Exactly. And so I knew, and like, I knew because of the way that they treated me when I went there, and they were just like, you know, they were the ones who found the problem that the other place didn't. They gave me like sweet discounts because they felt horrible about my experience. Like, they were super good.
So those are good people, the good people you're talking about. Yeah,
the good people. So I go back to I call and I'm like, listen, guys, like, something's leaking out of my car. I know you didn't do it. But I need it fixed. You know what I mean? Like, I need it fixed, but I trust you guys, so I'm going to take you in. So I take it in on Monday, and we're sitting there, and I show the picture of like this big puddle of freaking oil that just appears in my driveway for no goddamn reason. And they're like, the guy's like, okay, I'll go in and I'll go look at it. He's thinking, he's like, it'll be a bummer if it's your oil pan or whatever. He's like, but I'll go take a look. 20 minutes later, the 3 mechanics come out and go, can we see the picture again? Because they're like,
they don't even know what the fuck is going on.
They're like, we looked, we touched, we wiped. Like, it's not like leaking. It's like, must be something.
It's like the story of our life. Like, what is happening? We don't know what the fuck is happening.
Exactly. Like, and I said, guys,
this is fucking happening.
I said, this is not your fault. This is how my life is. I'm not mad at you.
Hold on. No, that's like also self-blame. Like, this should not be how life is.
They're still going to charge it.
No, they didn't.
This way with my car. Remember, I had the Wheel of Fortune car, and nobody knew why it sounded like the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, this is my life.
That was my son's godfather's car, right? The one that sounded like that.
Yes. That piece of crap.
Me
the door would fly open while I was driving. Yes, that car.
I was with you a couple times. Oh my God.
Right. Yeah. So
I was just like, do you know how mad Xander's dad was when like that started to happen? He was like, that is my son goes in that car. My son goes in that car. He's like, I didn't know. And I'm like, well, it was sitting for God knows how long. So
right.
There's a possibility you didn't know.
But these things have developed over time. And this is like what was the problem with that car, is it like developed over the time. The Wheel of Fortune thing was like, I mean, hey, that's funny, it makes a noise. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, it makes a noise.
You're bankrupt.
But anyway, so these guys are like, we don't know what to do. So they go in there and like, they're just checking stuff out. And they're like, listen, so here's the 2 things that we see that are like weak. We don't even know that they're like,
that's a problem.
But so he goes, listen, he's like, it's going to cost you $400 to replace these. And I don't even know if that's the problem.
That's what's going on. Sure.
Yeah. So he's like, listen, he's like, I'm going to put something in it that I use on my own vehicles. He's like, it's like a leak stop. He goes, it'll cost you a little bit of money, but he's like, if it works, you won't have to replace the shit, at least right now. So he's like, and that's what I want for you, because you just spent a lot of money here. If we don't have to do this, like, he's like, this is what I do if it were my car. So I'm like, all right, cool. So like that, put it in there. We'll see what happens. I'm like, whatever, like, and I just appreciated that. Cause I'm like, you could have taken me for another $400 ride and I would have done it. I knew there was a problem. Right. Like, I knew there was a problem. So I'm like, cool. So he puts the stuff in, I go home. You have to let the car run for 2 goddamn hours in your driveway so that it runs through your engine. So there goes all my gas. Because it's a minivan. And the next day I come out, there's like a tiny puddle under there. Not a big one. There's a tiny puddle. So I'm like, motherfucker, like I'm going to have to spend this $400. Well, guess what? I clean up the puddle. It's now been another 4 days. There ain't shit.
There's no puddle.
Yeah. I'm trying to like believe.
Just leave it alone.
But I'm still just like, I don't trust it right now. I don't trust anything.
So you were supposed to go to your sister's too, right?
I'm not even doing it. I just decided the universe gave me enough fucking signs to stay my ass.
Yeah, the signal is. So are you guys still under quarantine?
I don't know. I'm under quarantine because I don't want to get sick, and now I'm on prednisone, and it says to stay away from people who are contagious of shit.
Infectious diseases, yeah.
Right. Yep. So I'm
so my life story is stay away from everybody with an infectious disease. Yeah. So as I'm yakking my brains out from probably stress and perhaps allergies, who the fuck even knows? All I'm thinking is like, have I exposed myself to an infectious disease that may not necessarily be COVID?
Right. Right.
So you don't even know. And now I'm normal. Also, I don't know if you saw, like I got, somebody gave me nectarines, which are in the peach family.
Right.
So there was an Aldi recall for peaches. Not even fucking playing. So now I'm thinking last night at like 2 a.m, because I was throwing up all day and I ate a nectarine, that in New York, they were recalled. So now I'm like, did I fucking eat a peach or a nectarine that fucking made me sick? And it's saying 6 to 7 days or 14 to 28 days for salmonella. The spectrum was so broad.
It's a week. Like there's a week where you're cool.
Yeah. So I woke up this morning, like not normal. Like I still have this weird metallic taste in my mouth that I'm not comfortable with, but I know I don't have COVID and I know I don't have salmonella. I just know that I was throwing up for like 24 hours. So like, you know, I'm like, I was infected in some way, probably from my own post-nasal drip, but like, do I have salmonella? Do I have COVID? Like I at one point, well, my back was like 105 degrees. Like, you know, like when you're throwing up, everything starts to hurt. My neck is hurting. My back is completely jacked. And I touched my back and I was like, it's like over 100 degrees. I have a fever. I knew it. I knew I had a fever. Maybe mild case of food poisoning, maybe whatever it was not salmonella, but I gave myself that. Like COVID is the weirdest fucked up worm in your brain that you're like, and then I'm thinking, did I infect anyone? Xander is here. Maybe Xander's dad should have picked him up. Like I'm dying. Actually fucking dying.
But now you're not.
No, I'm fine. I'm completely fine. I'm drinking beer again. I'm fine.
But but that's what's happening right now. Is like we get sick and we're like, this is the end. And now I've killed other people. And then the next day you're fine. You're like, oh, cool. I didn't kill anybody. Cool. Probably didn't kill anybody.
All I can think of is like Jim Morrison and this is the end. This is the end, my friend. Like I'm definitely dying via a Doors song. Like
yeah, right.
Like
well, I'm glad it was a one-day thing and it like went away. I mean, I'm sure
I do think that perhaps that like Xander's dad was right. It was like maybe a post-nasal drip thing, but I gave myself COVID, salmonella, and all of the diseases in that time.
Because that's what we do. We need to know.
What the fuck? Yeah. No, I don't. I clearly, I'm so stressed out that it could have been a stress-induced thing too.
That used to, a billion years ago. Well, not a billion. It was probably like 15-ish years ago, maybe even closer to 20 years ago. I had anxiety to the max, to the point where I was throwing up all day long, every day for like 2 months. Because I just couldn't get my anxiety under control. And that was all it was, because once I quit my job because the job I had was ridiculously stressful. I was working at a children's mental health center, running the office. So I couldn't handle seeing like these really sick kids, but I also couldn't handle running the office because it was a hot mess. Like my boss would like take off for a month and like not help me do shit or not approve shit. So I couldn't get shit done. It was like really awful. So anyway, I quit the job and I started to feel better. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, so this is what's happening.
Right.
So I also did consider that was a possibility. Like it was a mixture of things that stress maybe induced it. But who wants to admit to that? Like, I mean, I've admitted to that before. I told you when COVID started, like the first couple of weeks, everybody was like white girl wasted for the beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
And I took like 3 weeks to catch up to y'all because I was like, I am just anxious and I don't want to drink. I'm going to sedate myself until things are normal again.
For a year.
It didn't work out. Like, things are not normal. Like, this is not normal.
Yeah, no,
I feel like I'm going through, I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm going through waves. Are you going through waves of like normalcy?
You know, I was, but it's funny, like even over this week, like or these last 2 weeks with everything going crazy, I was actually saying this the other day. I was like, I feel like I'm handling it exceptionally well for who I am, because I am normally a basket case when something happens, especially with my car, especially because I have my kid in it. I'm normally like I would freak out about not being able to go on a trip because I'm so effing spoiled. I like to do whatever I want. I've been handling it exceptionally well, which makes me feel like I'm at least getting to a place of acceptance of like, I have to be in flow or else everything gets screwed up. I've got clients that count on me, and I know that I'm only human, but I also like, I have to be in the zone in order to help them because they don't have the tools that I have. Like I have the tools.
You are only human now.
Tools. So I have to show up for them. I can't not show up for them. I can't just quit my fucking job because life is hard. I have to show up.
You can't say that.
You know, so like I feel like I've found a new gear or whatever it is to just kind of be more in flow. But it's still, I mean, it's still weird. Like when I look around and just be like, how is this? How am I not freaking out right now?
I'm getting that in waves. Like I get in like, listen, I literally get it in waves. Like sometimes I'm completely fucking normal and I'm like, this is acceptance. Like this is your new normal, just kind of deal. And the last couple of weeks, I'm not like that. And I don't know why. I don't know if something's gonna like, you know, hit me and go, no, I feel like it is because like, I do protect myself. Like, I mean, my mental health is going to kick in and it's going to be like, you're fine.
Yeah.
Everything is okay. Like, this is your new normal. You dealt with this. But like, I'm not dealing with it right now.
Well, Vinny has a suggestion. I love that you use the word old timey because I feel like I love to say old timey. It feels like I'm on The Simpsons or something.
That made me crack the fuck up. I mean, I'm not objective to that, but
yeah. Well, it's funny when I went on a bourbon tour. One of the times that I went to Kentucky, and it was one of the distilleries that was allowed to stay open during Prohibition because they were a prescription.
Listen.
I was like,
we've discussed, I didn't drink the first couple weeks when everybody was getting plastered. Clearly, no.
Yeah, like this is not an effect anymore, by the way.
Not an effect. I was like so anxious that I couldn't drink the first couple weeks of like, and everybody was eating and drinking, and I was like withering away. Like I was like Fiona Apple. Having a look. No, sorry. I'm not going to start singing. But I was like Fiona Apple at she's still at the height of her fucking anorexia. But like I was that and like not doing drugs and not drinking because I was so fucking neurotic that if I added any fuel to the fire, it would have been a bad thing. I'm at the point now where I'm just like, get me fucked up. I don't know. Like, just
damn.
Not even going to deny it. Like, you know what?
Like I went through that in the middle. Like I went through this phase where it was like I couldn't, like it was like 3:00 and I was like, must have glass of wine so that I can like calm the fuck down. Now I'm like, I mean, this is again like I'm having these. When I'm done with them, I'll be done. I probably won't drink again for a couple days.
Well, but
I hit like the plateau of like whatever now. Like
that's our old lady voice of reason.
Like
listen, I just want coffee. But that's our old lady voice of reason. I've come to that too. I'm just saying in the beginning, everybody was like, fuck it. I'm going to day drink and I'm going to keep going till 3 a.m. And I was just like, I don't know how y'all are doing this because I'm going to day drink and then overanalyze everything that's going on in life. I'm going to have a nervous breakdown because,
right.
You know, by 11, shit's going to seem real fucked up. But like, yeah, now my voice of reason obviously kicks in. I mean, that's being an adult. That's us being adults.
It's not even like, I feel like it wasn't even like a voice of reason. It was just like one day I just was like, I don't want to, like, it was like I poured a glass of wine and it sat there and I was like, I guess I'm done with this. I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess I've drank enough that I don't want to drink anymore. I don't know what happened. I'm not going to question it because I certainly can afford, or I certainly should afford to not buy as much alcohol as I have been. So cool. And, you know, it's actually been fine. Like, and this is what's weird about it. Cause I was not fine. Like there was this middle time where I was not fine and I had other shit going on. I mean, there was other stuff admittedly going on that was really effing stressful that I don't care about anymore. Honestly, I have got to the point
anything. Listen, when we first
if you're mad at me, I don't give a shit. Like you can be as mad as you want. Don't talk to me then. Like fine. You want to give me the silent treatment? Thank you.
Oh my God, please give me the silent treatment. That is how, listen, I want to say this. We are so really the same person because like we get super concerned at first when somebody is pissed off at us.
Yeah.
And then it's like, no, if you can shut the fuck up now, please do that because I don't want to deal with this anymore. And I know you probably don't either. You want to beat a dead horse, but I'm not down for that.
But not only that, like, I feel like we, you know, like, cause we don't want the bullshit, you know what I mean? So it's like, all right, cool. Let's put this behind us. Let's fucking talk it out like adults and like, let's put it behind us. You know what? If you want to talk it out and then pretend everything's fine, but then give me the silent treatment because you're punishing me. You're not punishing me at all.
You're not punishing me. You're punishing yourself.
Helping me out. Like you're helping me out because I really don't need it.
I'm done with this. Yeah. Oh, girl.
I'm so no, I got other important things to do than to worry about why you're mad at me or what kind of thing you've decided about me. You know what? I'm a good person. I have always been a good person. I try to be a good person. If you can't see that, I cannot open my eyes.
My favorite thing is like when somebody responds to their own bad behavior, like, fuck you, I'm not talking to you again. And I'm like, well, you just solved a problem for me because like, I don't know why you're being toxic as fuck right now. My own toxicity poisons me. I don't want to project that onto other people, which is why I keep a lot of it inside. And so now you're solving a problem because you're being toxic towards me and I don't know how to react to that. So now you just solved your own problem. So I'm not reacting to you and you're reacting to me ignoring it. That's fine. Bye. See you later.
I mean, I don't have time for this in my life right now. Like I have shit to do. I have an empire to build. I have a kid to take care of. I don't have time for petty BS that's caused by dumb shit that doesn't need to happen. You know what? Like if you have time for that in your life, then you should sit at the end of the day and be so grateful that you have time to sit and think of ways to punish other human beings.
Project your toxicity onto others. Like I can't.
Like, oh my God.
If you're mad, oh boohoo, cry me a river, build a bridge and get over it.
Okay, I have to say something right now. My favorite ex. I will love him forever because he was my first like love, and it didn't get weird, but kind of got weird. I mean, we were super young. I love him forever. If he showed up at my door right now, I would take him in. We do not hate each other. It just was not the way. He used to say, build a bridge and get over it all the time. Like, it was like his thing all the time. And I would like argue with him. I'm like, but it's not like, you can't, it's not that simple, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Build a bridge and get over it. But he kind of, because he was a dude. So build a bridge and get over it meant ignore it and move on.
Yeah. Listen, one of my favorite things to say is cry me a river. I don't know what crying has ever done for anybody. I mean, listen, okay, so you know me. we watch Lifetime movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember the painter? What was that one? Jesus.
Oh my God! It was Was it Jackson Pollock?
No, it was Rockwell.
Oh yeah, Norman Rockwell. Okay,
Rockwell.
So and it was with Jared Padalecki. I feel like playing him. So that's one of the gay dudes in my hallway, by the way. All right, so I do not cry a lot. If I cry, that's like a really weird, like it is. Like you have to admit it's like a rare fucking thing that happens.
No shit, serious.
It's like a spontaneous combustion of like tears. Like I don't know. It's like a really weird thing. But we would watch Lifetime movies in my basement. And when I lived in Elmwood Park, I had like this finished basement and this giant TV that we would watch ridiculous Lifetime movies. And
we had to watch them downstairs.
Yes. So we would watch them downstairs. We were submitted to being downstairs to watch these girly movies. And every time somebody would start crying, would bust out fucking laughing. And I was then dubbed the Ice Queen.
Yes.
I
remember watching that movie and sitting on that bed with Irena, Tony, and Carol, and we were all holding each other, like bawling our eyes out. And we were just like, what is wrong with you people? We were bawling hysterically, holding each other.
Yes, I know, but I saw it coming. I mean, like, we know how it's like Pompeii. Remember when we went to see Pompeii?
I will never forget going to see Pompeii.
So Vanessa and I went to go see Pompeii. Jon Snow was the main character, so we went to go see this fucking movie. We all know how it's.
Never mind his real name. I mean, he's Jon Snow, obviously.
Jon Snow. Okay, Kit Harington was the main character. We all know how this is going to end. Spoiler alert: the fucking volcano erupts. Okay, fucking spoiler alert. You actually started tearing up. We were drinking margaritas, by the way.
Well, we drank before, then we drank at, obviously.
Because it was a dine-in theater, so we were drinking margaritas, and you started tearing up when Jon Snow got turned into ashes.
Well, because he was Jon. I don't want to see Jon Snow get turned into ashes. He's beautiful. What am I feeling?
I didn't cry.
A movie.
And they were holding each other, and in that moment, I believed in love. I mean, I don't, but in that moment,
I believe in love. So I was like a little jaded. My ex at the current, it was like my current boyfriend was texting me like, remember that was like texting me terrible shit the whole time I was there. There was just like a situation. So I was just like, fuck this, fuck everything, fuck life, fuck love.
Everybody burn in the volcano. I don't give a shit.
Burn in the volcano. I don't fucking care. It was upsetting that it was Jon Snow's body.
Yeah, I mean, this is what
Listen, spoiler alert, the volcano fucking erupts. Okay?
Listen. Movies are my time to suspend my reality, which is love stories are bullshit. When I watch a movie, I believe in it. And so I feel the feels.
Listen, I will never forget when you texted me at Boulevard and you said Jon Snow is fucking dead. And I was like, I am behind. He ruined Game of Thrones for me.
I don't know. Every week we watched and texted each other through it. Every week. The problem was that you tweeted or something saying that you were behind, and I didn't go on Twitter. I tweeted and I put it on Instagram and Facebook. I had a Facebook. I don't have Facebook anymore because fuck that fucking bullshit. But like, I was like, do not, if you love me,
text me anything about Game of Thrones, and you messaged me and you were like, fucking Jon Snow is dead. And I was like,
I felt so goddamn bad.
I was like, oh.
I really did. You were like, I'm behind. And I was like, I'm the worst person ever. I am so sorry.
Like,
I had no idea.
Like, oh.
Literally, like every week I counted on you. Like you were the only person I knew that was going to have the same feelings every week about everything that happened.
Well, yeah,
like,
but I knew that he wasn't really dead. I was like, he's the Song of Ice and Fire. He's not really dead.
Nobody's going to watch the show. Anyway, like, please, we're here for Kit Harington at this point.
He's so beautiful. I still stand behind my short people love with him.
Yeah, he's the only short person that I feel like you could ever love.
I will have all of his short babies. No, not anymore. I'm too old. But like,
if he came and asked you to have a baby, you'd do it.
Well, I would, but I don't know if I'm capable. I mean, I think my ovaries are still okay, but I don't fucking know.
I'd do it.
I would do it.
I don't know. As soon as I can afford it, I'm gonna have somebody's baby. I don't know if I'll buy this. I'll buy a baby. I don't know.
Buy the sperm.
Something's gonna happen, but I want another one.
Oh God! God bless you. Mm-hmm. Did you hear Nicole?
Yeah.
She said,
Well, listen, I finally got Scarlett on board. So
for a baby sister or brother.
Yeah, because before she was always like, nope.
Boy, I feel like you need to rough and tough somebody up.
She's a man first.
No, she wants to want a man.
Oh, she's
gonna do it. Yeah, she's gonna do it. She doesn't want a man.
I had a man and he was terrible. It was worse to have a man who did nothing. It was worse to have a man who did nothing than to do it by myself. That's what I've learned.
What? We all know that.
Straight facts.
We all know that.
I don't have to stare at his sleeping face and be like, don't smother him because he's not helping you. Because that's what I would do. I would stare at him and be like, I kind of want to smother you because you are not helping.
Wait, hold on. Can I just fucking tell you the thoughts of like, I want to straight smother you in a relationship that I didn't even know that I was capable. And I'm like, I'm going to end up on
What
Snap.
would you use, a pillow?
I would definitely, yes, I would. I'm a time, yes,
Paige.
A giant one. Really, you didn't know Pompeii exploded. Stop talking about Carol Baskin. We're gonna get shut down. We're gonna get shut down.
I kind of wanted to test it because I feel like I'm a little testy to begin with right now.
I don't think she fed her husband to the tigers. I think that she sunk the plane. Yeah, because she sunk the plane. He got on a plane to Costa Rica, right? It was Costa Rica.
So
he got on the
mistress there.
Or yes. And so right before he got on the plane or something having to do with the plane. Like it was like he never made it to the fucking plane. I don't think she fed him to the tigers. I think she's way more evil than that. I know that.
I think she's like, if you're an evil person watching that MFer getting eaten by a tiger, there might have been times that I was that angry. I might want to see that.
I'm not saying I would not like a great cat to fucking take out somebody, but I think she's
it's not as fun to just know that
she's not a justified, like, okay, so there's a show with Timothy Oliphant called Justified that I fucking
my aunt and uncle love that show.
Holy shit. I love Timothy Oliphant so much. He's from Scream 2. He was the killer in Scream 2. And I fell in love with him. He's so handsome. He reminds me of Skeet Ulrich, which is why I loved him.
Yeah.
That whole late 90s like fetish of loving him. But Justified, like if you're justified in your behavior, like when I watch Snap sometimes, I'm like, you know what? That motherfucker deserved that. And I don't even feel bad saying it. I was told I was told I was watching that for clearly like,
research purposes?
Yeah, that's a good word for it. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's good. Research purposes is a good, yes, I was researching. No, I was not though. but relatable content is what I'm going for. Like, it's relatable sometimes. Like, I don't feel bad for the guy. Sometimes I do. Carol Baskin, I feel bad for her husband. She was a clear fucking...
Yeah, like, he's such a sucker.
That's exactly it.
And they do cameos now and charge $100.
Yeah. So I don't know if you remember back in the day, Amy, what was her, the one that fucking sometimes you just gotta stab a fucker. Did she stab a fucker? And then what did she do with them? Did she feed them to the tigers? I don't
Give us more information, Vinny.
Yeah. Like,
what do you know? What do you know, Vinny?
I do feel bad for the guy though, because I feel like she was the fucking culprit. Like when she's like on and she's like,
yeah, but you know what? Like this is
fluffing her fucking hair.
Like this is the thing. Just go. Like this is how I feel being in relationships with shady motherfuckers. I'm just gonna go. I'm not gonna get myself in trouble.
She changed the will. She changed the fucking will. She changed the will. She did everything. She just wanted the money. She wanted the money. She wanted to do it. Like, she wanted to be famous. And, like, I find that strange.
Doesn't mean anything to me. I don't care.
Listen, like, why do you want to be famous? Like, if we have 25 viewers a week, I'm like, okay, so that's what we've got. Like, I don't need to, like, accelerate that by doing anything insane.
Right. That's not what I'm here for.
Our viewers. Like, that's what we've got. Okay. So she did. And that's a little strange to me. Like, okay.
She's definitely off a rocker. There's
not even a question. And every time we talked about her on Instagram, we got shut down.
No.
Her lawyers were like, fuck this.
All over that. They were like the same one that the Disney lawyers. Because like the second you put something up that has Disney music, they're like down.
Hold on a second. Every time, so you know I make haribo's. I'm sorry, I can't see anything. I'm having this problem.
Well, I'm sure as you have shots, it gets a little more difficult.
Yeah. Shut up, Bessie. Yes, it is true. But like, listen, like every time I made a Disney Haribo, I was like somehow like getting a fine.
Yeah.
So I mean,
they own enough money in the world, so
whatever. Corporate America is taking over our life.
Yeah, I mean, I'm this close between the corporate BS and the like sex trafficking, whatever, and I have a child. I'm like, I'm going to an island. It's gonna happen, bro. Like I'm about making money so that I can go live on an island by myself. That's what I'm about.
So here's the deal. I've told you, St. Martin is my favorite island. I want to get a little hut because it's still like a United States like Virgin Island, right? So like we need a Democratic Party to take over.
No, I want an island that has no anything.
Well, here's the thing. Like we're still going to be under control. I want to be under control in a good sense. Not like stuck on an island with like a weird party that I don't want to take a part of. But I want to go to
those people. You know that island that has the people who shoot the arrows because they've never seen people? I want to be one.
No, I don't want that. I don't want to like, I don't want to kill my own food. I don't want to fucking, no. I want like
my own.
I want a little.
No, my ancestors that came over on the whatever the hell they came over. That's what I want to do to another island, except not take over like indigenous peoples. I just want there to be no people, and then I colonize it. Well,
we want to start like a cult-like situation almost. No, it's not. Like we want to start like a fucking
community.
A community, yes. That's different. I didn't mean it. I don't mean like an actual cult.
Yeah, like let's not use the word cult.
But it sounds like it. Like it does sound like it.
How does it sound like it? Okay. How does that sound like a cult? But our current situation, we can't call cult.
It sounds like a cult. What's going on in our current situation right now? And if anybody doesn't see that, I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah, I again.
Yeah. It does sound like
I have fights with every day. not every day. It's not every day. And and it's funny that I still fight with this person and still be friends with him. Because sometimes I don't fight. But again, like today, it was like the trying to rile me up and like being the like cult leader. And I was just like, I actually don't care about what you're trying to tell me that I need to care about. And no amount of gaslighting is going to your cult think right now. It's like I'm just not here for that.
So I read a thing today that outlined exactly what gaslighting was. It literally outlined it, and it gave you 6 bullet points, and I just hope that
I know what gaslighting is.
I already know what it is. I mean, I lived through it, and I already knew what it was. Like going through it, I didn't know there was a term for it, but I knew what was happening. Like I knew what was happening. Nobody had to fucking bullet point it for me to know what was happening. But I was so pleased when somebody bullet pointed it today, and I was like, if you read this and you see this and you are going through this, then I hope this fucking resonates with you. Mm-hmm. Because nobody bullet pointed it for me. Like I knew maybe a year, but it took like several years, like maybe a year before, but it took several years to like understand it. And then when you told me, I remember you telling me what it was and feeling like, I'm not a stupid person. How the fuck did I not know that this was happening to me? Like, how do you not?
A good gaslighter
will never let you be aware of it. But here's the thing, though. I'm not a stupid person, and I've been abused before him. So I don't know how I didn't understand that that's what was happening. Like, everything is your fault? Really? Really? Everything is your fault?
Because they take your insecurities. I actually had this discussion last night with somebody. They take whatever it is, and it's not as obvious. You know what I mean? Like they don't obvious. It's not as obvious, but they know your belief system.
A discrete thing that's happening.
So they'll say something to break you down. It will seem small. It'll break you down, and then they go in for the kill. And that's how we get
exactly what fucking happened.
Feeling like whatever it is that they've decided to pinpoint, we now feel bad because we already believe it about ourselves.
I completely fell for the whole fucking.
They're good at what they do, or else nobody would ever fall for it. Like they have to hone their skill.
Right. Absolutely. I just am so glad that this is being brought to light now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like, I don't care. I have shared so many things lately that people are getting pissed about. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. If you're getting pissed about it, then check what you're doing. Because if you're getting pissed, you're probably doing it.
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? I am so disgusted with how many people that knew what I was going through and claim to be feminists and claim to be what they are and still stuck up for the person that was beating me down. And they knew that. They knew. They fucking knew. And they know. If they didn't know, they fucking know now. And I don't say a name, and I'm not going to defame anybody. Mm-hmm. But like, you know what the fuck was happening. His own sister knew what was happening. His sisters knew what was happening. And like, you knew. And now you're pretending to be a feminist? Go fuck yourself. What the fuck are you? You're nothing. You are somebody who is still friends with somebody that, like, what do you think? Who would make this up? Nobody wants to make up a horrible scenario.
Like, hi, this is what I've been living with.
This is what I'm going through. Yeah, like, nobody wants to fucking. Like, who the fuck wants a Munchausen mom wants to make that up? Like, nobody wants to fucking make that up. Like, I don't understand how people can call themselves one thing and be friends with somebody that is doing something so horrendous. But go ahead, call yourself whatever you want. Pretend to be whatever you fucking want. I don't even know what to say anymore.
I've I've had to do that where I just decide like karma's gonna come around, and like.
I think that people want to believe the best of everybody, but what I've learned is sometimes there's not a best of somebody. Sometimes people are just shitty people.
Well, and the best is something really
It's really horrible.
Like the best thing about you is you're funny, but the worst thing about you is literally everything else.
The best thing is that you are right. Oh my gosh,
in a really shit situation, bro.
That's such a fucking great example, because that's what my ex was. He is very funny and he's very charming.
He's a douche.
Yeah, she's
yes, he is also that. The bigger part of him is that.
Anyway, we should probably exit out of this.
Yeah, right. On that note.
Make it bitch happen. Oh my gosh. We were pleasant tonight, Vanessa.
We were better than I thought. I mean, I thought it was just gonna be like the trap house in here. Like I thought it was just gonna be like straight just problems.
We're not terrible people.
We don't like to feel this way. I don't like to feel this way. I have been negative. Like I have, for the most part, again, like I've been dealing with it exceptionally well, but I'm still like, I'm kind of like fed up with a lot of shit right now. A lot of stuff that people need to just like.
Well, you're dealing with other people's shit is what you're dealing with.
Yeah, and it's got to go, and it's got to go. But I think
I love you. I don't want to push any negativity on you.
It's all good.
I want to push only the good things on you.
Same to you.
I love you.
I love you too.
By the way, I love your hair fading out into that color.
I know.
It's so good. It makes your eyes pop so green and beautiful.
I was live last night with my friend Amy, and my hairdresser was watching, and I was just like, Ryan, you don't even understand. Like, I am so happy with how it's fading, even.
So
like, this is the greatest thing I ever did to my hair. So when it fades all the way out, we'll see what else happens. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next.
Hairdresser.
She's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody.
All right.
Make it happen.
Y'all go have fun. I'm going to, I don't know, probably watch some hockey and then pass out. But
you're going to listen to Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Vinny, for always coming here. And
thanks for Nicole Center. Thank you, Nicole.
Yeah. Thank you for your color commentary.
I'm charged by the comments.
you're like Flava Flav today.
Definitely. That is a perfect fucking example. All right. Peace.
All right, y'all. Good night.
Good night. Oh my gosh. Why can't